Hello, my lovely viewers, and welcome. I am Kira, a romantic ace, and tonight we are streaming Chapter 1 of the Royal Romance Book 3. Oh, I'm sorry you've been having a lousy few days, Echo. Hopefully this will make it better. If you haven't joined me before, welcome. I drink and I cuss. If you want to play the drinking game along with me, the rules are right here underneath the player over at twitch.tv/aromanticace for those of you watching the VOD. I myself have a non-inebriating beverage of which I'll be partaking this evening because if you can't tell, I've been pre-gaming today. So, adding more to that, not exactly on my list of things to do. But yeah, and also if you haven't joined us before, and it's been a while since we've done the Royal Romance, so we are playing as Kira, formerly a New York City waitress who was trafficked to the Western European country of Cordonia after she was the server for the informal bachelor party of then Crown Prince Shamar, now King Shamar of Cordonia. So naturally, since we hit it off, we figured we would just accept his friend's offer to spirit us away to a Western European country that we know nothing about and attempt to become its queen. Because the way that, the Cordonian monarch picks their consort who has political power is over the course of a few months of a social season. So we got through, a masquerade ball and a derby and some fox hunting that had nothing to do with foxes and sexual assault in the first book. That one came back to bite us when photos were released of what was supposedly this illicit tryst, which was really a guy breaking into our room and trying to kiss us while we were half naked. So book 2 was spent clearing our name, and in the process we had to track down the guy who was part and parcel to this. Turned out he had been set up. Several people had been set up by what turned out to be the former king, our prince's father. Decided we were not good enough for him because, we know absolutely nothing about the country, let alone about running a country. So, that was a thing, but, seems like something that could have been solved by talking instead of by setting someone up for assault. But we got all that straightened out. We are now betrothed to our true love, if you will. But the night of our announcement, what should happen but assassins? Literally, ninjas jump out of the wall. I'm not even kidding. Ninjas jump out of the wall and try to kill us all. And in the process, who should jump in front of a bullet to save our lives but Shamar's devoted best friend and, also low-key in love with us, Drake. And so he's been shot in the chest, and we don't know if he's still alive. We have no idea what's happened to Hannah or Maxwell or Savannah or Bertrand or really anybody except possibly King Shamar, who was heroically fighting off a dozen assassins, because of course he was. So, we're gonna find out where that all ended up. So, we're gonna find out if Drake is still alive. We all know he's still alive. Stop. So, Chapter 1, the stinger is Assassins have struck at the palace. Are your friends okay? And what does this mean for the future of Cordonia? Oops, see if I can get my audio ported in. Stop it. I want my audio. No? We're not going to do it? Boo. Okay. It's all complicated now. Add in something else. Hang on. But, what have I got here? I have to do this the old-fashioned way, it looks like. Come on. Why you no show up? Forgot. So I'll make sure this isn't gonna blow anybody's ears out, but there we go. Alright, so, now that that's straightened out, it looks like you've already played the Royal Romance Book 2. We've saved your choices and can carry them over to Book 3. Would you like to play Book 3 with those saved choices? Why, yes, in fact, I would. So yes, remember my choices. This will make everything much faster. Do you want us to use the names you chose from the characters in the previous books? Yes, I do. Da da da. Okay. I would not like to change my face. I would like to keep the same face because I feel like otherwise it's going to get very confusing for my loved ones here. Hannah be all like, although perhaps we should change our face so the assassins don't recognize us. Too late. What did I just tell you? I don't, okay. No, I don't want to change my face. What are you doing? Stop it. Okay. Oh no, I'm so sorry to hear someone in your school died, Echo. That sucks. Oh, that's really lousy. I feel like I didn't see that fast enough and I apologize. Ugh. Okay, I don't want to change my hair. Where's the hair that I've been wearing? Do-do-do. You know, if I tell them that I want to save my choices, I really feel like it shouldn't be asking me these questions, but whatevs. It really just wants me to spend money on new hair, is all it wants. Which, no, I'm not going to spend. Although it looks like they have a lot of very interesting options. Not all of these work with our model's face shape, I gotta say. Like, that's not too bad. But that's also, like, very blonde Katniss. Straight Monk. This is the one that made me realize this is just Emilia Clarke, because tell me that's not Emilia Clarke, and I will show you a lie. There's... second to last one, of course. There we go. We are putting you in a default outfit for now, but you'll be able to change to a different outfit later. That's good. Well done, what do you think? This look is perfect. Let's go. In the previous book, you received a duchy. What's the name of your duchy? I told you to save my... oh my god, okay. I remember what it was. Well chosen, Duchess Kira Roth of Thuvia. Literally the only thing we remembered was your name. Okay. Is this your king? No, that is not my king. Good lord. Okay, no. Stop trying to default me to white. Assholes. Told you I'd cuss. That is Shamar. Okay. Great! Last but not least, is this who you declared your love for? Shamar? Yes. He's the cheaper one. Fantastic! You're all set. Ooh, dramatic music. Okay. Previously on the Royal Romance. I can't do the voice right. I can't do the voice right. Previously on the Royal Romance. Trying to do a Once Upon a Time thing. We're here to take you back! Yeah, everyone in the grade put the black on to mourn your classmate. Yeah. Oh, god, yeah. That really sucks. I'm so sorry. We'll try to make this as upbeat as we can, considering the subject matter for you. I swear, Maxwell's here to take us back. What? We're going to fight this. No one smears the name of House Beaumont, except for me. We must resolve this scheme against you at once. Yeah, all right. Calm down there, my dude. Look, that night, one of the noble ladies came to me. She told me she wanted to play a practical joke on her friends and asked if I'd help. Okay. I was offered a chance to stay as a lady-in-waiting regardless of who Shamar chose, as long as I helped in the scheme against you. Penelope. Offered? So someone told you to set Kira up? Poor Hannah. She's so innocent. It was Bastien. There's a very short list of people that Bastien would feel compelled to obey, no matter what the order. This runs all the way to the top. We need to investigate the former king and queen. Dun dun dun! The truth is, I'm dying. Of course you are. These are difficult times for Cordonia. We've always had our share of enemies, but throughout my reign I've seen them grow bolder and bolder. They send ninjas after us. Shamar, Drake told me about an assassination attempt on you while he was in college. Yes, and that wasn't the first. You mean your mother? Yes. I've lost so much to our kingdom's enemies, and when I am gone, there will be no one left to protect my son. Except for, his guards. One wrong step and Shamar could lose his kingdom, or even his life. Madeline was my best hope of keeping him and Cordonia safe. You act as though you didn't have a choice, but you made a decision about what you were willing to do, what kind of king, what kind of father you wanted to be. Here is mine. I love Lady Kira, Father. I'm not going to deny that. If you hadn't interfered, I would have proposed to her the night I was crowned. I may not have been able to stop you from hurting her, but I can still make this right. Except I'll have nothing to do with it and make you do it all on your own. As the King of Cordonia, I am placing Lady Kira under my protection. I will keep her safe. I will help her right the wrongs that have been done to her. And I am commanding you, as your monarch, to help us in any way you can. I will do exactly nothing because I don't feel like it, says Constantine. Constantine stares at Shamar. Seconds pass, and still Shamar meets his gaze, unflinching. Very well. To set things right, you must find Tariq, with which I will not even attempt to help you. I am here to make a statement regarding the photos of myself and Lady Kira Roth. The photos that were taken of us reveal only this, a breach of privacy that I alone was responsible for, and an arrogant and unwanted advance on my part. At least he admits it. Nothing untoward ever happened between us, at least nothing on Lady Kira's part. Lady Kira, I offer my sincerest apologies for what I did that night. I hope this message begins to make amends for the harm that I have done. Last night, after I returned to my quarters, I spoke with Madeline. I have officially broken off my engagement to her. All the guys sound the same, I'm sorry. And then at the Statue of Liberty, Lady Kira Roth, Queen of my heart, I have yearned to say these 4 words for a very, very long time. How long can it have been? It has to be under a year. Shamar! I'm so shocked. Will you marry me? Gasp! Yes! 1,000 times yes! Sure, why not? What would happen if we said no? I'm kind of interested in this now. So now we're back at the palace. Whatever the future brings us, Kira, I'm happy I get to spend it with you. Aww, so am I. Ooh, scary music's back. To Duchess Kira, the future Queen of Cordonia. The crowd applauds. King Shamar's eyes find you in the crowd, and his smile brightens. He extends a hand toward you, and you begin to step forward. Suddenly, the lights go out! An explosive popping sound tears through the air, then another. What was that? More fireworks? Not fireworks! Gunshots! Run! Ah! You know Adelaide screams about like that. Terrified guests scream and try to flee, and the crowd surges around you. Kira! Where is Kira? Guards, protect her! In the dark, where none of us can see. See? I told you! Literal ninjas just jumped out of the walls. I am justified in this assumption. Kira! And the assassin pulls the trigger. No! Because of course he does. Drake jumps in front of you, putting his body between you and the bullet. The two of you collide as the shot hits him. Good thing it doesn't have any penetrating power. It'd have gone straight through him and into us, and it wouldn't have mattered anyway. Am I shooting at 22? Drake! Drake! And now, after our very long recap. Still got the stressful music going on. In the midst of an assassination attempt at the royal palace, you and Drake crash to the ballroom floor, the force of his body knocking the wind out of you. Oof! This is not very upbeat, I'm sorry. Ah! Where did this hit you? How are you screaming? Drake rolls to the side, clutching his shoulder. When he pulls his hand away, it's shiny and wet with blood. The color drains from his face. Oh dear. I mean, when it's your own blood, you do tend to go pink pretty quickly, so... Yeah, he doesn't look like this is a good situation for him. Because it's not. Drake! Like you care! I know you knew him as a kid, but like you care. Bastien runs up to you, sidearm drawn. He helps you to your feet first, then Drake. Drake wobbles on his feet, so you step forward to steady him. Kira, there's a servant's entrance to the left. Help Drake and stay low. I'll cover you. Sure you will. I need to grab Drake, I guess. Come on, Drake. Let's get you out of here. Look for everybody else later. I'm fine. Don't worry about me. Ugh. Kira, get him out of here. Now! I'm trying, but your stubborn boy ain't letting me. You hold on to Drake, carefully keeping pressure on his injured arm, and run. Bastien points to an SUV waiting at the end of the drive. Hurry! Bastien ducks into the car and punches an address into the console. This'll take you to a safe house. Ooh, do we have a self-driving car? This is awesome. There are first aid supplies there. Patch Drake up as soon as you arrive. He should be fine as long as you get the bleeding under control. Well, that's comforting. Me? We can say, you aren't coming with us, or I've got this, go protect our king. Well, we sound really heroic if we say that second one, so let's do it. I've got this, go protect our king. It sounds so cool. I will. All right there, Tony Stark, calm down. You turn to help Drake into the car. His eyelids droop and his grip on you is weak. Drake! Oh no! What will become of him? Wow, all of that, and then we're gonna go to this title screen. Okay. That does not match up in the slightest. Not even a little. Chapter 1, Twilight Hour. A short drive later, you help a bleeding but conscious Drake out of your getaway car and into a secluded cabin. The cabin's lit only by what appear to be emergency lights. He grunts as you lower him onto the couch, and he sags into it with a heavy sigh. He closes his eyes while you find a light switch on the wall next to the main door and flip it. Nothing happens. Huh. I kind of like this new music. This is a new piece. I like this. This is good. Maybe the generator's busted. They must have an emergency backup since it's a safe house. Yeah, I think that's what the emergency lights are for. Lights are the least of our problems right now. We've got to stop the bleeding. Where's that first aid kit? This actually makes light one of the more important problems so you can see what you're doing, Kira. Yay, yay, yay. As you begin fumbling around in the dark for the kit, you hear Drake release a pained gasp. Ah! You hurry, glancing in the closet, rifling through the cabinets, until at last, in a kitchen drawer, instead of someplace marked like a sensible person would do in a safe house, your frickin' first aid kit should be clearly marked and out where people can find it. My inner, de facto safety officer here is just squirming because this is not how you do things. Aha! So we have the kit. We take the kit. Ha! Found it! You turn back to Drake, whose face is contorted into a pained grimace. Oh, man, am I happy to see that thing. Only when you draw close do you realize how pale he is. Drake, so we can say, took a bullet for me, or don't look so good. Okay. Telling him he doesn't look so good is not helpful right now. I know we're gonna, bump a point if we're like, you took a bullet for me, but he objectively took a bullet for us. Drake, you took a bullet for me, you idiot. Oh, come on, Roth. Don't sound so impressed. You're scaring me. Yeah, I'm scaring me too. Shut up. Drake, I just want you to know how much it means to me that you do something like that. Oh, you're quite enjoying the blood and gore? Yeah. I mean, at least there's none on screen. They just talk about it. I just want you to know how much it means to me that you do something like that. No, I feel like the appropriate response now is, Drake, you fucking idiot. What were you thinking? But, apparently not. He's gonna have to take his shirt off here in a second. Okay, now I know it must be looking grim. Yeah, it is. Hey, can't a girl be grateful and sincere once in a while? You could just say you're welcome. No, you could, get on with the med kidding, not the flirt. Stop flirting and do the thing. Do the thing, Kira. You're welcome. Now, I'm gonna do whatever I can for you until help arrives. Is anyone coming? You kneel beside him and help him peel off his bloody jacket and shirts. Take a drink. About damn time. This has been stressful. Okay. First, I better clean it up. I just need to do that. Yeah, this isn't something that usually gets addressed in, waitress training or even college. I should grab an alcohol swab, because we're cleaning it up. You grab an alcohol swab and tear it open. This is almost certainly underkill for a freaking bullet wound, but here we go. This'll probably sting a bit. You realize he probably has, a shattered scapula or a busted collarbone or ribs or something from this, right? Right? You're lucky he doesn't have a punctured lung. You apply the swab to Drake's skin, gently dabbing at the edges of the wound. See what I tell you, shirts up. Ah! He grimaces, muscles tensing and breath coming quicker. Yeah, 'cause you slapped alcohol on an open wound, it fucking hurts. Okay? You pull out a clean swab and resume cleaning. Drake draws in a sharp breath. You may as well have just poured whiskey on it. He'd be happier. You all right? No, not really. He's been shot. It's no picnic, that's for sure. I could use a distraction. Well, too fucking bad. I'm busy cleaning. Distraction, huh? Wow, okay. Being so far from civilization, does it remind you of camping with your dad? Yeah, let's bring up his dead dad. That's helpful. Or, what happened back there at the palace tonight? Okay, so we can have him relive old trauma or new trauma. Holy crap, we suck. Guess we're gonna go with new trauma. What happened back there at the palace? Well, or do we want to ask him about his dad? I guess we're being a jerk anyway. Let's get some backstory. Being so far from civilization, does it remind you of camping with your dad? You're just gonna go for it. Yeah, he actually brought me here to the woods around here a few times. I never knew this place was here, though. Makes sense since he probably couldn't tell me for security reasons. Yeah, 8-year-old kids tend to blab. You continue to clean his wound, listening. Do you have any favorite memories from those trips? We did go fishing at this lake, probably a couple miles away. I caught a trout the size of a house cat, and when we got home, my mom cooked it for dinner. I felt, I guess, like a man, maybe for the first time. Oh god, yes, man bring food, now masculinity is achieved. Whatever. Drake's face contorts into a pained scowl again, and his eyes drift toward the first aid kit. Is there any whiskey in there? If I've ever needed a glass, it's now. See, told you. Told you this man would just put some whiskey in his hand. He'll be fine. By the way, that thins the blood, so no. Sorry, I don't think they made this first aid kit with you in mind. There's only rubbing alcohol. Yeah, which you shouldn't drink, because they literally put stuff in it so you can't drink it, so don't. Drake's lips curl in a weak smile. Damn, I should talk to Shamar about that. Yeah, I guess you should. If I ever get the chance. Once the wound is clean, you grab a roll of gauze and get to work, wrapping a bandage around Drake's torso. You remember the last time I patched you up after a fight? How could I forget? I've got a couple regrets in life, but punching Tariq after what I saw that night? Not one of them. I mean, fair. It was supposed to be a redeeming moment. We thought our problems were big back then. Yeah, no one was getting shot. Roth, taking a hit for you is as worth it then as it was tonight. Oh my god, you giant sap. Ugh! You finish wrapping the gauze, tucking the end in and securing it with tape. How's that? Good as new. You did great. Looks like the bleeding stopped. We'll have to keep an eye on it to make sure. You notice his eyelids beginning to droop. Now that you're bandaged up, you should probably get some rest. Before I go, though... Drake, I owe you my life. If you ever need anything. Nah, you just owe me a shot. Though for the record, I prefer whiskey to bullets. Wow! Wow, this isn't a rule, but take a drink for that pun, and how utterly inappropriate that was. Damn, Drake. Okay. Ay, ay, ay. You really must be feeling better if you're making jokes. Yeah, he's still got a bullet in his shoulder, so probably not that much better. Thanks to you. I'll be in the next room if you need anything. He's already snoring softly as you retreat to the other room. Yeah, he is. He's tired. You close the door behind you as adrenaline gives way to fatigue. You manage a few exhausted steps and stumble into the bed. Soon you fall fast asleep. The next morning, you wake to the sound of knocking on the main door to the safe house. Well, that's pretty much our door, so take a drink. Coming. You don't sing out in a safe house. You go and see who it is and make sure it's not ninjas. I mean, the music pretty much tells us it's not ninjas, but make sure it's not ninjas. When you open the door, you find Shamar, Hannah, Maxwell, and Bertrand standing on the other side. Where the hell is Savannah? Maxwell holds Oliver in his arms. Yay! Oliver made it! Okay. Boomer will live. Woof! You're a good boy! Oh my god, you're okay! You're all okay! You can't say the same for Drake. Kira, these past hours have been torture. Oh, I'm sure they have. You meet Shamar's eyes and he reaches out, drawing you close. His gaze is intense. This is all my fault. Well, I mean, that's kind of what happens when you're king and you decide to marry someone. So yeah. What do you mean? Did you call the ninjas? If you'd never met me, if you'd never come to Cordonia, you'd be safe. She lived in New York City and was a waitress that... It's not necessarily safer, okay? She could have been hit by a bus. Or a taxi. I'll never forgive myself for putting you in danger. Oh, good lord. Calm down. Shamar, everyone in this game just needs some serious professional help. Just go, everybody to a therapist. Maybe separate therapists. Don't lay this all on one poor therapist. But just stop. Get some help. Come on. Hey, I chose you. I chose to be here. We're in this together. Stop taking away my agency, Shamar. You take his hand, lacing your fingers through his. For better or for worse? I plan to make it more of the former and less of the latter. Yes, please do. Not to interrupt, but where's the love? Easy, Maxwell, I'm getting to you. Maxwell, they're having a moment. We are having a moment. Smiling, you hug Maxwell and Bertrand, tears of relief welling in your eyes. Okay, well, yeah, you're totally cool to go to bed, Echo. I'm glad I was able to make you laugh a little bit with all the heavy content. So, yeah, we'll see you next time, or watch you next time. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Hey, that's more like it. I am so pleased to see you in good health. Leave me alone. You stand aside, allowing the others to file into the safe house. Yeah, we've been standing in the doorway for way too long. A sniper could have dropped us all like deer. Seeing you all safe, we can say, knew you wouldn't let those bastards win. Woo, we're cussing. Woo, T for teen. My. Or, I feel like I can finally breathe again. I think I'm gonna go with feel like I can finally breathe again. Not like it matters. I was so worried. I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, not knowing was awful. You know, doctors usually prescribe peace and quiet to shooting victims. Doctors usually prescribe hospitals to shooting victims, but here we are, Drake. Did any of you happen to bring a surgeon? Or Hannah's probably gonna patch him up. What am I saying? She knows how to kill, she knows how to mend. Hard to rest when everyone's making such a racket. Shamar rushes to Drake's side and kneels beside the couch. Hey, didn't anyone ever tell you not to be a hero? I don't know, did anyone ever tell him not to be a hero? Not sure anyone thought they needed to. See, thank you. Shut up, Drake. You saved Kira's life. I don't know if that's a debt I can ever repay. Oh. He's so worried about us. It's so romantic. I'd rather you didn't try, Shamar. You don't owe me anything. Yeah, I would rather you don't try either, Shamar. Like, give him a knighthood or something. There you go. Give him a knighthood. It'll drive him nuts. Wait, so how did you all make it out of the palace? Excellent question, Kira. How did they make it all out of the palace? After Maxwell and I were separated from you in the crowd, we tried to get back to you, but the palace security wouldn't let us go back. I mean, people were shooting. Palace security was kind of just doing their job. They said their orders were to clear the room. Not many people were crazy enough to be trying to get back in. Is this fair? I'm just glad you're both safe. And you, Shamar? My security detail held off the attackers until Bastien was able to get me out of the ballroom. Once the assassins saw that I was out of their reach, they fled. Clearly, you and I were the targets. Really? I'm shocked. I am so shocked that the two royals in the room were the targets. I'm not even royalty yet, I'm just a duchess. And you, Bertrand? Tu, Bertrand? It was utter chaos, but luckily I managed to usher a few others to safety as I escaped. You still haven't redeemed yourself for the shit with Savannah. Don't stop trying. I don't care. I don't care. Well, I made a pit stop on the way out to get this little guy. I couldn't leave him in the palace all alone. No, that would have been me screaming, "Where the hell is my dog?" So, yes, you had to save Oliver. Ruff! He's so cute! Look at the eyebrows. Maxwell, I'm not sure if I should hug you or slap you. That was so dangerous, but I'm so happy to see this furry face. No, hug him. Hug him. He saved the dog. Maxwell sets Oliver down and he rushes over to you, his entire body wiggling with glee. You bend down to hug him and give him a scratch behind the ears. Roof! Yes, you're my good boy. Yeah, Shamar, Drake, neither of you are my good boy. Oliver, you're my good boy. He's such a good boy. You pat Oliver on the head and stand. No, that dog is, like, not leaving my arms for, like, hours, thank you. So, what happened then once everyone was clear? We regrouped and went to another safe house. My security forces escorted us here once we were sure that our presence wouldn't put you in further danger. Have you brought medical professionals for your friend who was shot? I'm gonna keep coming back to this. Don't let him sit there with a bullet in his shoulder and have it half healed by the time we go to take this out. Shamar, did anyone get hurt? Drake is sitting right here. Yes, people got hurt. What about, we can say, your father and Regina, Olivia, or Savannah and the baby? No, I'm concerned about Savannah and the baby. What about Savannah and the baby? Screw everyone else. There were injuries, but no one was killed. That did not answer my question. Shamar glances at Drake, whose expression is one of restrained hope. Savannah and Barty were among the first to escape. They're safe and staying in the city. Okay, thank you. That was all we fucking needed to know. For what it's worth, I saw to their well-being personally. It's worth nothing, but thank you. Savannah wanted to come, but she decided it was best to keep Barty close to support services, just in case. Yeah, it'd be best to keep Drake close to support services too. Are we leaving anytime soon? God, I couldn't even let myself think about... No, because you'd been shot. Drake, it's okay. They're okay. If there's anything good to be said about last night, it's that no lives were lost. We didn't even kill an assassin? That sucks. Oh, thank goodness. Unfortunately, some people were caught in the crossfire and sustained serious injuries. Oh dear. Was Olivia one of them? Lady Kiara was caught by a knife, though I'm assured there will be no permanent damage. And Kira, your former press secretary, was also shot. Oh no, not Kiara! What about Penelope? Is she okay? Justin? He and Kiara are both in the hospital now, receiving the best care Cordonia has to offer. Bastien was also wounded, helping me escape. His leg may never be the same, but he should still be able to walk. Oh, great. Bastien. Yeah, I'm not too worried. I still can't wrap my mind around how something so horrible could happen. Yeah, who do you think could be behind it? Well, ninjas. Cobra! Probably. Cordonia has its fair share of enemies, but it's pointless to speculate and worry about it now. No, this seems like the perfect time to speculate and worry about it. We're all safe, and details are going to be fading quickly, so yeah. Bastien will have more information when we return to the palace. And when's that gonna be? Yeah, when is that gonna be? My guards and the police are still securing the palace. It'll be an active crime scene until they're done. They'll call when they are certain the palace is safe and that all evidence has been collected. At which point we'll return to face a press and a country that both want answers. Rightfully so, I'd say. Kira, as the future queen, it will be up to you and Shamar to assuage their fears and put Cordonia at ease. Yeah, the sooner they see, by the way, that both their king and their future queen are alive, the faster that's gonna happen. So, we leaving right now? Should be leaving right now. Me? We can say, do my best, or personally make sure every single citizen feels safe. Whatever it takes. I don't know how confident we can be in that assertion, but, I'm gonna go with, I'll do my best. Seems more honest. I'm sure you'll do great. This is not a matter to take lightly. Yeah, shut up, Bertrand. I know, I'm still brand new at this whole Duchess thing. I hope I don't let anyone down. You're alive, you're fine. Kira, I'm sure you're up to the task, but it's a big one. People are really afraid right now. Yes, they fear for the monarchy. As you know, this isn't the first royal assassination attempt. They should have faith in Shamar. I know I do. Okay, Drake. No, Bertrand is right. I need to earn their trust. In the meantime, it would do us all good to recuperate while we wait for the all-clear to return to the palace. I'm not moving from this couch until I have to. Okay, well, you know what? I am not changing your bedpan, so you're gonna have to get your own ass to the bathroom. Why is it so dark in here? Oh, I think the generator's busted. Only the emergency lights came on when we got here. I'll go see if I can find it. I don't know if I can sit still right now anyway. Can you ever sit still, even under the best circumstances? You want some company? None of us should be alone right now. Yeah, that'd be nice. Plus, I'm not sure I know how to fix a generator. Well, I'm not sure I do either, but here we go. Oh, before you go, I brought you a change of clothes. Something a bit more discreet. Thanks, Hannah. If anyone knows my size and style by now, it's you. You slip into the bedroom and change. Oh my. We're going catsuit, are we? Little black dress, perfect for every occasion, including sneaking outside and fixing generators. Yeah, we'll choose this look. It's fine. It's fine. Once changed, you return to the main room. Oh, you look lovely. Maxwell heads for the safe house door and you follow. Maxwell leads you outside and starts walking around the edge of the safe house, which is nestled up against the surrounding forest. It is very pretty. Very pretty set. Oh man, something like this? An assassination attempt. It makes me think maybe all this stuff with House Beaumont isn't such a big deal after all. I mean, it's still a big deal. Like, all this stuff? You know, the never-ending pursuit of fame and fortune, Bertrand's legacy. After everything that just happened, we can say, I know exactly what you mean, or saving House Beaumont is even more important. No, saving House Beaumont isn't even more important. I know exactly what you mean. I've been worried about my reputation and my love life. All that stuff feels like a drop in the ocean now. Maxwell snaps a twig off of a nearby branch and begins fiddling with it. You know what I think? Whoever's behind the assassination attempt is screwed. They may have tried to hurt us, but we're the dynamic duo! Together we can avert any crisis. Though I'm not sure how just yet. Aw, but you've got faith in us, Maxwell. It's cute. We'll figure something out. We always do. Yeah, the plot demands it. You both stop when you reach the back of the house. The generator is tucked against the exterior wall, covered in leaves and branches. As Maxwell examines the machine, you glance around and spot a breaker box on the wall nearby. Well, looks like there's a power button, but pushing it doesn't do anything. Yeah, out here, See, this is the thing, is this place should have been maintained to make sure that things like, squirrels didn't sabotage the generator. Or, ninjas. What about the breaker? Maxwell opens the rusty metal door of the breaker box and examines the switches inside. He takes a moment to read the instructions on the inside of the door. Yeah, the one labeled generator isn't lit up. Here. He flips the switch, but nothing happens. Great. Maybe the power button now? You reach over and press the button. The device immediately begins to hum, and when you place a hand on it, you feel subtle vibrations. Did that work? Yes, generally turning things on makes them turn on. I don't know. Sounds like it did. What powers this, by the way? Is this like gas or diesel or solar or what? What's the power source here? It's got to come from somewhere. You don't just generate something from nothing. It's physics. Look at us! First detectives, now electricians! Okay, Maxwell, calm down. Hey, we're almost as multi-talented as Hannah. Are you kidding? Hannah would have this running on, like, I don't know, plant energy. Whoa, don't let a couple of successes go to your head. Maxwell plucks another twig off of the branch and twists it around the first one. He's silent for a long time before he looks back at you. Listen, Kira. What's up? I was so scared last night. Aw, poor baby. Well, with assassins in the palace, I think everyone was. No, not for my own safety. Well, I mean, partly for my own safety. I mean, fair. But I was also really scared for you. What do you mean? I was sitting in the other safe house last night, thinking about what I'd do if you weren't around anymore, and... Well, I don't know what I would have done if I never got the chance to tell you how much you mean to me. Aw, Maxwell, you're not a romantic interest. Please stop trying to be a romantic interest. It's creepy. It's very creepy. Please stop. So I just want you to know that you're one of my best friends in the world. Oh, Maxwell, we can say you already show me that almost every day, or I was scared for you too. I have a feeling if we say I was scared for you too, we're gonna end up with a romance point, which I don't want to do, so we can say, so we're gonna go with, you already show me that almost every day. I've never doubted that you care about me. I can always count on you to have my back no matter what. But I guess it is good to hear it out loud every once in a while. You're one of my best friends too, because apparently I had none back in New York. Yeah, I'm just so glad you're safe. I am, and I'm not going anywhere. I'm the main character. It's gonna be really hard to kill me off. Maxwell gives you a quick, fierce hug. I have a feeling that Maxwell is a substantially good hugger. Though, we should go back inside. It looks like the generator is working, and I don't want to worry the others. Maxwell nods, and you both head back inside. You enter the safe house. Let there be light. He flips the light switch next to the door. This is gonna be really shitty if it doesn't turn on. Hey! It worked! Alright, awesome. Huh, that's better. Kira, now that you're back, I was wondering if I might have a moment of your time. All of my moments are yours, Shamar. Oh, okay. Alright. You and Shamar head into the other room to talk. Shamar leads you to the bedroom, which is scantily lit by a pair of lanterns. He begins searching the wall beside the wardrobe. What, are we looking for Narnia? What's going on here? I haven't visited this place in years, but if I remember right, the switch should be... My god, we are looking for Narnia. Here. Oh, we're looking for light. Okay. Huh, that's more like it. So, what did you want to talk about? Well, while you were outside, I was thinking about what I can do to make sure this doesn't happen again. Okay. We need to make Cordonia a safe place for all of us. Not just you and I and our friends, but everyone in the land. Cordonia needs something to rally behind, a show of strength and unity. I was thinking that a court event with the entire nobility in attendance could work. Wow, okay, so we're worried about the stability of the monarchy and, like, assassins are attacking the country, but we're gonna throw a fancy party. That does actually not sound like a good idea. That sounds like a very let them eat cake attitude toward this. This is not good. This is not a good idea. I do not like it. I do not like it. Bad idea. Bad idea. An event like a royal wedding. Oh dear, no. No, honey, no. A wedding? Our wedding? It would need to be soon. Much sooner than I'd anticipated. Oh dear. Shamar, we can say the sooner I'm married to you, the better, or Cordonia needs us. Needs this. Do we want to be a good queen, or do we want to be a girlfriend? Guess let's go... Let's go for being a good queen. Cordonia needs us. Needs this. It's the right thing to do. I guess. Yes, it is. Okay, I'm glad you think so. Cordonia is lucky to have you as their queen, and so am I. Shamar lands a gentle kiss on your lips, smiling. We'll issue a press release when we return to court. Okay. It's settled. Maybe we should get back to the others now. Tell them about the wedding? Yes, let's depress Drake even more. While I'm eager to share our good news, I'd rather spend a bit more time here with you. Oh my. My dude, is this how adrenaline affects you? This may be the last time we have some semblance of privacy for a while, and I'd hate to let it go to waste. Dude, our friends are in the next room. This is creepy. I hear waste is bad. Terrible, really. Oh dear. You too. So, will you stay? So, for, wow, only 12 diamonds, we can stay with Shamar, or we can return to the main room. I'll stick around. Why not? Be a good girlfriend. You sit down beside each other at the foot of the bed. Resting his hand on yours, Shamar gives you a searching look. What is it? I've never felt relief like when I saw your face this morning. Oh my god, Shamar, you are so dramatic. Do you know that? You are so dramatic. For a moment last night, I had to face the possibility that I might never see you again. And I found that I could never accept that. Oh dear. Well, that's not healthy. I hope you'll never have to. When I think of what you went through. Oh dear. Cool your jets there, Shamar. Shamar, we can say, I was worried about you too, or I'm tougher than you think I am. Now we're going with that second one. I'm tougher than you think I am. I patched up your friend and everything. I try not to underestimate you, Lady Kira. Will you stop calling me Lady Kira? I'm your goddamn fiancé. But you have a habit of defying all expectation. Regardless, you should never have had to endure something like that. Well, no one should, but here we are. You really don't have any idea who those people were? The ones that attacked us? Well, not yet. Our priority has been securing the palace and caring for those who've been injured. The investigation is still in its early stages, but I promise we'll find out who was responsible. I owe that to my people, and to you. He rises from the bed and begins to pace, his footsteps echoing on the wooden floor. My father always warned me about Cordonia's enemies. I've experienced some of their threats firsthand. But it's been so many years since we had an attack that I was starting to think they'd left us in peace. Yeah, what do they want? This is the thing, is you don't get attacked for no reason. Somebody wants something from Cordonia. They want their land, they want their resources. They're too small to have, a major military presence where they're, where they're interfering in other people's business and someone's retaliating. So, you've got something that somebody wants, and you better figure out what that is. Come on now. Now I see that they were never really gone, just lying in wait. I won't make that mistake again. I will find our enemies and destroy them. Ooh, oh, we're getting serious now. Hello. Hey, we can say, you couldn't have known this would happen, or I've never seen you so angry before. I mean, I kind of don't want to say you couldn't have known this would happen, because he kind of could have. And I feel like that's just going to result in him laying more blame on himself, so I've never seen you so angry before. Cordonia's enemies have taken too much from me and my family already, and you... I refuse to let these would-be assassins succeed, or put the people I love in danger again. Ooh, oh my. Ooh, we're... Okay. I know that the next time there's a threat like this, you'll be ready. I'll never fail you again, Kira. Oh yes, you will. Stop it. Now, get back over here. I want to be close to you. Need a snuggle. He rejoins you on the bed, but you look around as you look around the clean but disused room. Or just cuddle me. Did you end up at another safe house like this after the ball? Well, nothing as modern as this one, but yes. The royal family has several properties like this near the capital. Why do I have a feeling he ended up in like a Cold War bunker? The last time I came here was during a training exercise. Oh, years and years ago. I never imagined this place would be used in my lifetime, but I'm glad it was here to keep you and Drake safe. Yeah, who still needs a doctor, by the way? Well, we can say, I just hope we never have to use it again, or your safe house interior decorating needs work. Wow, that's rude. Take a drink. It's amazing, we actually haven't been judgy this entire time. I just hope we never have to use it again. We can hope that all we want. Agreed. Though, since it's given us a moment alone... Oh dear. Shamar takes one of your hands in his own. There's so much that's a mystery to me right now. What will happen to Cordonia, who our enemies are. The one thing I'm certain of, Kira, is how much I care about you. Alright, cool. I feel the same way. We can say, and I really want to kiss you, or although we should really head back to the others. That sounds like kissing's an option, so take a drink. And the house rule says we always kiss the prince, so I guess we get kind of, you know, snuggly and romantic and kissy when we're stressed out, so I really want to kiss you. In an instant, Shamar pulls you to your feet and sweeps you into his arms. You melt into the embrace as your lips meet. Ooh. Kira. When Shamar pulls away, he takes a half step back. He looks deep into your eyes, his arms still encircling your waist. Is everything okay? No, everything is not okay. Stop asking all these weird questions. Yes, now that we're together again. It's just... I almost can't believe this is happening right now. Oh, he's happy about that. Okay. Woohoo! Aw, what do you mean? When we were separated, I imagined the worst. It's almost too good to be true to think that you're here, safe, in my arms. Aww. And kissing you? Yeah. Yes, I missed this. You missed my kissing? You could be a little more specific. Well, what do you want him to say? Like, I missed your tongue? What the hell? Specific? Let me think. He steps closer to you, leaning in to whisper in your ear. I especially missed kissing you here. Ooh. You feel him smile as his lips brush against yours again. And here? He kisses the lobe of your ear, then a spot along the curve of your neck that sends a pleasant tingling through your body. Ooh. Boy, Boy knows what he's doing, apparently. All right. And here, he slowly trails more kisses down your neck, each one more heated than the last. I hope that's specific enough. Well, you get points for your attention to detail. Yeah. Now, we can say I had more than just kissing in mind. Our friends are in the next room. That's weird. Or, will you hold me for a while? I'm all for the snuggling. So, will you hold me for a while? Of course, Kira. After the last 24 hours, relaxing with you sounds like heaven. Yeah, it does. Shamar helps you move the pillows piled on the bed, making space for both of you to lie down. He puts an arm around you as you rest your head on his chest. You lie there in comfortable silence for a while, listening to the steady beat of his heart. Aw, that's nice. Good snuggles. You feel the rumble of laughter from his chest. When you shift back against the pillows to look at Shamar, he's smiling. What is it? I was just thinking that when we're married, this is the sight that I'll get to wake up to every day. Well, probably not, because we're gonna end up at like different state functions and shit, so I have a feeling we'll be together a lot less often than you're acting like we are. But whatever. I think I'm getting the better end of that bargain, but don't fall asleep on me now. Aw. So we shared a kiss with Shamar at the safe house. We should get back to the others before Maxwell sends out a search party. Shamar helps you to your feet, and together you head through the safe house to rejoin your friends. You return to the main room of the safe house to find the rest of your friends gathered. You take Shamar's hand and face the group. Shamar and I were talking about what the people of Cordonia need to see from the monarchy right now, and we've decided to move up the wedding so it can be a unifying event for the whole country. Everyone's like, oh yeah, you were just in there talking, uh-huh. A show of strength and stability to everyone, our friends and enemies in Cordonia and around the world. Using the royal wedding to bolster morale among the Cordonian people? It's almost like politics! That could be just the ticket to restore their faith. No one asked you, Bertrand, and also close your mouth. A show of hope and renewal. And love. Aww. You meet Shamar's eyes for a moment, and warmth rises in your chest. Exactly. There's nothing more unifying than a wedding. I suppose we shall all have to add wedding preparations to our to-do lists for our return to the palace. You must add leaving the damn country to your to-do list because Savannah's gonna be there, and I don't want you near her. Go away. Shamar's phone buzzes from his pocket. He answers it, his expression drawn. After a moment, he hangs up and turns to you. That was palace security calling to give us clearance to return to the palace. A motorcade is on its way to bring us home. That's way too much attention drawn to your safe house. Y'all kind of suck at this. How will the court react to the news of your wedding plans? Find out in the next chapter. Okay, so, do we want to keep streaming? It's been a little over an hour. I think we can probably do another chapter. So, I am going to take a short break in between, and I shall return presently. Hello, my lovely viewers, and welcome back. Sorry, I'm getting myself confused over here. So we are going to start Chapter 2 of Book 3 of the Royal Romance. So our little stinger here says, the Five Kingdoms Festival is in full swing back at the palace. Can you rally the public in the wake of the attack? I don't know, but we're going to find out. As soon as this goes. There we go. This is Chapter 2, Crown and Country. In the kingdom of Cordonia, where apparently we haven't been up till now? Okay. Several days after your return to the royal palace, there's a knock at your door first thing in the morning. Take a drink. You open it to find... It's Shamar! Good morning, Kira. Shamar, we're so happy to see you. He bows and kisses your hand, smiling fondly at you. I'm on a way to a briefing with Bastien and my father. Given how much the attack affected both of us, I thought you'd want to attend. Oh, good, just what I want to be in a room with your father. Bastien may have some new leads on the perpetrators. Good for him! Count me in. Am I going to show up in my tank top? Probably. You follow Shamar through the palace. The halls are abuzz with activity and full of more guards than you've ever seen before. Yes, let's hire more new security in the wake of a crisis because we're totally vetting all these people and making sure they're all safe. Oh my god. Okay. So, all this hustle and bustle is for the Five Kingdoms Festival today? Yeah, what are the Five Kingdoms? Yes, it's one of the most popular holidays in Cordonia. It commemorates the day that 5 ancient kingdoms came together under one crown, uniting to become Cordonia as we know it. All 5 square acres of it. Yeah, sounds like an important piece of history that I should probably know about as their queen. Indeed. That era is the stuff of Cordonian legends, some more fantastical than others. Well, there was like, a secret ancient city that we went to looking for ghosts, so I'm not too surprised. Shamar, we can say, just how fantastical are we talking, or please tell me there'll be apple-themed beverages. Just how fantastical are we talking? Are you telling me that there were dragons and unicorns running around in the old days? Or a magic sword? Unicorns might be a stretch, but there's a rumor that one of the oldest royal crests featured a mighty blue dragon. Ooh. This holiday celebrates more than our history, though. It's a symbol of unity. We even open the palace to the public so that the people and the court can celebrate as one. That sounds like an extraordinarily bad idea right now. When I realized this year's festival fell only a few days after the attack, I considered canceling it. Yeah, but that looks incredibly bad. But I don't want to give our enemies any signs of weakness right now. So we're just going to compromise everybody's safety. It's fine. Besides, we could use something to bring us all together. This is true. A show of strength. Let our enemies see that we are stronger than ever and they won't stop us. Okay. Do we have any means of backing that up? I don't think that we do. Shamar leads you into one of the palace's dining rooms, where the King Father and Bastien are waiting for you. Bastien bows stiffly, a brief grimace of pain flashing across his face. Good morning, Your Majesty, Your Grace, Your Eminence. Please, Bastien, no need to stand on formalities when you're wounded. Oh, shut up, Constantine. I don't like you either. Yes, please sit. Thank you, Your Majesty. First, let me apologize. I failed all of you. I failed Cordonia. Alright, don't fall on your sword now. The attackers never should have gotten into the palace. No, seriously, don't fall on your sword, please. We don't have time for this. Bastien can say, forget about it, I'm just glad you survived, or just don't let it happen again. No. Forget about it, I'm just glad you survived. What the hell are we gonna do about it? Thank you, Your Grace. I'm glad we all did. Drake included. Yeah, please tell me he got the bullet out of his shoulder. That'd be great. You saved his life, you know. Yeah, I'm sure I did. Hey, he saved mine first. I think we can call it even. Did we ever get him a shot, by the way? You did admirably, but you never should have been in that situation in the first place. No, but, again, here we are. So, I've made more aggressive arrangements for your security from now on. Ooh, am I gonna get some of those fancy, bulletproof clothes that just look like regular clothes but are actually bulletproof? That'd be awesome. And I won't rest until we uncover our enemies. Yes, the ninjas. Still fairly certain this is Cobra. The people behind this attack were obviously well trained. They left almost no traces behind. Almost. Fortunately, Bastien's been keeping tabs on the Crown's enemies for years. Okay. Oh, just how many are we talking about? We've put some to rest over the years, including those responsible for other attempts on my family's lives. However, there are 3 surviving groups with the motivation and resources to carry out the attack at the ball. There's an anti-monarchist group known as the Liberation Corps, which has grown bolder in recent years. That's true. They've never tried something like this before, but they've been more and more outspoken in their criticisms of the crown. Yeah, monarchies just don't work in modern society, I'm sorry. There's also a newer faction calling themselves the Sons of the Earth. Oh good, flat earthers. They aren't anti-monarchists exactly, but they've objected to some of my particular decisions as king. They've pushed for more trade, international concessions, that sort of thing. The third suspect might be a stretch, which means they're probably the right one, but in the interest of investigating all possible leads. Go on, Bastian. I believe we should also look into the Navrakis family. Is this because of Olivia's parents? Yes, they're probably not dead. She told me they died trying to overthrow the crown. It's true, though few know the true story of their demise. Their betrayal was a shock to us all. As the only surviving members of House Navrakis, Olivia and her aunt Lucretia are potential suspects. Yeah, I'm going with Lucretia. Just calling it now, because why not? If you ask me, we can say Olivia would never do something like this, or Olivia should be investigated. Frankly, I don't think Olivia would, because if it jeopardizes Shamar, that's going to be a problem for her, so Olivia would never do something like this. I know she likes to talk about crushing her enemies, but it's just talk. And no matter what her parents were like, she wouldn't do anything to hurt Shamar. She cares about Shamar more than... Okay, actually, he might be the only person she really cares about. Yeah, we've been friends our whole lives. I can't believe she had a hand in this. And as for Lucretia, she's taken as much interest in Cordonian politics as she has in Olivia's upbringing, which is to say, almost none. Yes, exactly. That's what makes her the prime suspect. Well, we shouldn't dismiss any potential threat, but I'll take that under consideration. Unfortunately, gathering intelligence on all our suspects will take time. In the meantime, the people are still reeling from the attack on the palace, as are we all. Kira and I hope to answer their questions at this afternoon's press conference. And I have an announcement to make that should boost morale. Oh, what kind of announcement? You and Shamar exchange a brief smile. He moves closer to you, gently taking your hand. We're announcing the date for our wedding. In just a month. It may be much sooner than anticipated, but it's the perfect event to rally the people around. Constantine stands up and begins pacing, a thoughtful smile on his face. It's a promising idea. A royal wedding would be an excellent symbol of the crown's stability. Or a sign of intense panic, one of the two. It would be a daring show of strength, but only if it works. Since the attack, many nobles are reluctant to show support for the crown. Only a few were willing to attend today's festival. I mean, the last time they showed up here, they all got shot at, so I feel like that's only fair. They may not attend such a wedding in these troubled times, fearful of another attack, or that they might become targets if they are seen at royal events. Well, if they won't come to us, maybe we could go to them. Oh, good, so just invade their territories. Awesome. When, they don't want to be associated with you. That's gonna look good. Show them the crown is just as strong as ever, and they can be too. A personal visit from the king and their future queen has to be worth something. I can think of a few things. A unity tour and our engagement tour, all in one. Oh lord, we gotta do this all over again. Okay, cool. You know, that might just be what Cordonia needs. Alright. It's settled then. We'll announce the tour and the wedding this afternoon. Okay, this is gonna be fun. I'll have my staff make the necessary preparations. Until then, you both should be seen at the festival. It's important that the people know our court is not afraid to go out in public. Alright, cool. You leave Shamar to draft his final statement for the press conference. You barely make it 2 steps down the hallway when you see a blur out of the corner of your eye. Ha! Who the hell are you? An unfamiliar woman ducks out of an alcove and swings her fist at your head. Oh my goodness! All these new people running around the palace! How could she have gotten in? I should duck, block, or freeze. We're gonna duck. You duck down just enough that her fist passes harmlessly over your head. Her other hand comes up to drive another punch at you. I should dodge, stumble, or weave. We're gonna dodge. You dodge, and her second strike whistles past your face. Whoa! What the? Before you can finish the thought, the woman launches into a roundhouse kick. We really should be screaming at this point and bringing help, but, you know, instead we're just gonna stand here and stare, I guess. Yeah! I should panic, step toward her, step away from her, step away from her. You step just out of the way, and her kick sails harmlessly through the air. I'm just envisioning, by the way, this woman, like, trying to be really aggressive and, you know, coming at us, and we're just, like, stepping out of the way, like, this isn't difficult. That's what's in my head. I don't know if it's true. Not bad. She drops into a standing position and squares her shoulders. I'm impressed. There's always room for improvement, but that was a decent start. Oh, is this our new security gal? You defended yourself against your unknown attacker. Okay, back up. Who are you? The woman gives a short bow. I'm Mara. Isn't it obvious? No, it's not obvious. Do you know why? Because you don't look anything like Luke Skywalker's red-headed wife. Okay? That's why. You're, we can say, a weirdly friendly assassin, or my new bodyguard? We're gonna want to go with the first one just to be cheeky, but I'm not going to. You're my new bodyguard? Correct. You're smart. That's good. Okay. So, this is what Bastien meant. I keep thinking this tie clip of hers, by the way, is a cross, and that she's, like, disguised as a priest, and it keeps throwing me. I asked him not to be specific, so I could surprise you and see for myself what we're working with. Okay? Bastien said you needed the best protection, and I'm here to offer the best that I can. Cool. So, do I just call you Mara? Do you have a last name? A secret code name? Ooh, like Death's Shadow or the Royal Dagger? Yeah, Mara's just fine. So, we'll keep brainstorming then. Oh my god. Oh my god. Just no. You hear a door open behind you as Shamar steps out into the hallway. Oh, I see you've met Mara. Yeah, she introduced herself. Yeah, that's a word for it. I wanted to run an idea by you before we head to the festival. I was thinking about our engagement photos. They might help us promote the Unity Tour. People will want to see their king and future queen side by side. Let's do it! We can say, I want people to be as excited about our wedding as we are, or we need to get the word out. I want people to be as excited about our wedding as we are. Shamar smiles and squeezes your hand. So do I. So our engagement photo will help promote the Unity Tour. Cool. If Anna hasn't already run the photos in Trend, I'll tell her to do it now. Yeah, because we took the wedding photo, or the engagement photos in the last book. I suppose maybe this means we would try to take them again now? I don't know. He bows slightly and offers you his arm. You head off toward the festival with Mara trailing in your wake. On your way outside, you nearly run straight into Bertrand. Kira, thank God! I've been looking all over for you. Why? Well, you found me. Is everything okay? It will be once we get Kira to the boutique. Oh dear God, Bertrand. This festival and the press conference will be your first public appearance since the... Oh God, Bertrand, spit it out. I know. Then you need to be dressed for the occasion, quickly! To the boutique like our lives depend on it. Bertrand leads you both to the palace boutique. He immediately begins plucking clothes off the racks, muttering to himself. Yeah, can we bring Hannah back, please? Because Hannah's gonna be less panicky. We need something commanding but calming. Elegant but practical. Simple but... Okay, easy, easy. How many adjectives am I gonna be wearing? I like this response. It's a good response. I'm pocketing that one. As many positive ones as I can assemble. Okay, just breathe for like a hot second. Bertrand, why are you so worried about this? Because it's something he can worry about. Shamar and I are engaged now. House Beaumont doesn't have to worry about me. Yeah, Kira can certainly look after herself. Although, to be fair, I should not be showing up in jeans and a tank top. I should put on a change of clothes. Bertrand's expression is solemn, but there's a glimmer of affection in his gaze. Duchess or not, I'll always consider you a member of my house, Kira. And thanks to your long association with us, the press will likely feel the same way. Okay, so you're saying I can't embarrass your family, alright. With Justin in the hospital, someone has to look out for your public appearances. Until we can find a more suitable replacement, that task falls to me. Yeah, I would rather have Hannah. Please bring me Hannah. Aha! Okay, sure. Beaming triumphantly, he hands you a royal blue blazer matched with a silk blouse and sleek black pants. And for a finishing touch, Bertrand finds a Cordonian crest in a drawer and pins it to one of the blazer's lapels. Cool, so I look like I'm in prep school. Oh my God. Wow. Huh. You haven't lost your touch, Bertrand. Well, go, try it on. Oh, please don't. You take the outfit and step into one of the boutique's changing rooms. We do look quite fancy, so this is state of affairs, a polished look to dazzle the crowds. Just take a look at it. This is very, like... Really what it reminds me of with the blue coat and, like, the little chain across it, what it really reminds me of is, like, the Beast's outfit in Beauty and the Beast for the ballroom scene. Trying to think, there's something else this is reminding me of, and it's not really coming to mind, but it's not royalty. It's basically like service staff. I look like service staff, is what I look like. So, I think I'm just gonna go with the little black dress, thanks. I think I'll stick with something simple. Or so we say. You'll look great no matter what. Bertrand deflates a bit, but nods. Yeah, you're damn right he deflates. Go away. It is your prerogative, of course, so long as you comport yourself well in front of the press. I'll be fine, Bertrand. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a festival to get to. Changed your mind? You can change your outfit. Just tap the closet button to see your full wardrobe, including free and purchased clothing. Yeah, we're fine in the little black dress. It's fine. This is your last opportunity to change. The closet will lock during special events. Yeah, we're fine. It's all fine. You and Shamar step out onto the bustling palace lawn, where nobles and citizens mingle among festival games, archery lanes, prize booths, and food stands. Everything looks clear here. Whoa! Where did you come from? I thought you were still inside the palace. Yeah, I do my best to stay out of my charge's ways. Yeah, were you, like, inside the dressing room with me? Because now I'm kind of creeped out. But seeing as this is our first public event together, I wanted to confirm that your security is intact. Well, that's a relief. I know it can be hard to let your guard down after what the court has been through. But just remember, I've got your back from here on out. I don't know, can I trust you, Mara? Mara, we can say thank you, or you'd better watch me like a hawk. Nah, thank you. We're just gonna go with that. Huh, just doing my job, Your Grace. Now, get out there and enjoy yourself. You cross the lawn where a crowd has gathered under a banner depicting a warrior queen of old. Attendees are visiting the booths full of Five Kingdoms themed games, though many of them seem subdued. Kira! Over here! Yeah, we can always trust one person not to be subdued, and that's Maxwell. Near the fountain, you spot your friends. Wow, this festival really is a big deal. Is it just me, or does the crowd seem kind of nervous? Yes, it's why it's important for us to be seen today. People will look to us for reassurance that it's safe to be out in the wake of the attack. So, you're saying we've got a royal mandate to have fun? Hell yeah! There are so many activities to choose from. If we map out a timetable, we might be able to do them all. Of course you do, Hannah. Hey, I signed up for a good time, not making spreadsheets. Yeah, how's your shoulder, buddy? Before Hannah can defend her suggestion, someone calls out to you. Ah, Kira, I see you're still in one piece. Hey, Olivia, did you try to kill me? I should give her a huge hug, or ask why she's still here. You know, I honestly don't think Olivia's responsible for this, but if she is, this will completely throw her off, so I'm gonna give her a huge hug. Olivia! Before she can protest, you pull her into a hug. She stands there stiffly at first, but she puts her arm around you for just a moment before you let go. Oh, we got a relationship point and everything. That was as unnecessary as it was embarrassing. Yep, figured. I missed you too. The nearby photographers snap a photo of you as you pull apart. Olivia pointedly straightens a few wrinkles in her dress. I didn't see you during the ball. How did you get out of there? I was near the back of the crowd when the assassins struck. Am I supposed to be suspicious of that? I was in more danger of being trampled by screaming fools than of being wounded by those vermin. So, are you staying at court after all? Only for a few more days. I thought Shamar could use whatever support I can provide. I appreciate it. course, I don't expect half of the nobles here to stand by you should push come to shove. Well, no, of course not. They're opportunists. At least while I'm here, I can use what influence I have to shame any cowardly doubters that dare abandon their king. So, I'm off. She sweeps off into the crowd. Good to know she's still as Olivia as ever. Yeah, if she wasn't, I'd be worried. I need to see to some of the press arrangements, but before I go, I decree that Hannah gets first pick of festival activities. Yay! What? Seriously? Yes, seriously. Calm down. I'm picking archery, Drake. How bad can it be? Come on. There we go. 3 rounds later, Drake hasn't hit the center of his monster-shaped target once. Well, yeah, he's got a bum shoulder. This was a bad idea. Maxwell is only doing slightly better. Ugh, very bad. It's okay if the targets are creeping you out, you can tell us. They're part of Cordonian history. This event symbolizes an age-old Cordonian victory over the forces of evil. Ooh, okay. Is it really symbolism if you lecture me about it? Yes, Drake, yes it is. Sometimes that's the only way you're gonna get it. Kira, why don't you show him how it's done? Oh god, okay. Turning to your own beast-like target, you aim for the bullseye over the creature's heart when a loud pop goes off behind you. Yeah, I'm ducking. I should miss, aim, or freeze. We're gonna aim, I guess. Ha! You stare down the length of the arrow, release, and the arrow strikes true. The crowd around you applauds. Huh, wow, you've got nerves of steel. Yeah, for better or worse, I probably just got shot. So the crowd liked it, at least. It takes more than a loud noise to rattle me. Looking around for the source of the sound, you see a child sniffling over a popped balloon. Yeah, I figured. Whew. Okay, somebody please go get the poor kid another balloon. What have you got now, Hannah? 5 bullseyes? Well, I've been practicing since we got back to the palace. Of course she has. She's an assassin. Now that I don't have to worry about my parents' plans, I've got more free time than I expected. Someone is replacing this kid's balloon, right? Like, because do you understand how many brownie points that'll win you with the crowd? Hello? I know I want to fix things. Help Cordonia rebuild after the attack. But I think I'll have time for hobbies, too. Things that actually interest me for a change. Like, you know, assassin work. Hannah, we can say if anyone can do it all, it's you, or you'll be a world archery champion in no time. Oh, let's not put that much pressure on her for doing it all. We'll go with you'll be a world archery champion in no time. Hannah giggles. Maybe, although there are so many sports I haven't even tried yet. Curling and water polo. Oh, I've always wanted to try cheese rolling. Oh my god, Hannah. Please be serious. Well, whatever sounds the most fun, that's what you should do. You deserve some you time. Alright, enough shooting sticks at monsters. I'm picking our next stop. As you follow Drake toward a makeshift bar, a hooded figure comes barreling towards you from your left. Mara runs up on your right. Kira, look out! They shouldn't be getting that close to me. She dives forward to push the figure out of your path, but as it gets closer, you realize it's just a man in a Five Kingdoms themed costume. That does not make it better, actually. I should tell Mara to stand down or wave my arms. We're gonna stand down. Mara, stop! It's just a costume! She skids to a halt just before tackling the man. You hear relieved sighs from onlookers as the man, still oblivious, runs past you toward a pie-tasting booth. Sorry, Your Grace, I couldn't get a good look at him through the crowd. So the crowd, once again, is pleased by our results there. Well, no harm done. With the path ahead of you finally clear, you join Drake and your friends at the bar. An awning shades festival goers and their drinks from the afternoon sun. Wow, drink tasting, really? Aren't they just serving apple juice and Cordonian cider? That sounds like a Cordonian apple reference, so take a drink. Hey, little known fact, one of the original 5 kingdoms made a decent brew called Skullcracker Ale. Their descendants are keeping up the tradition. Okay. Ooh, that sounds like a headache waiting to happen. Yeah, it might be why it's called Skullcracker. Hey, I can handle it. Plus, we get to fill out comment cards on the rest of this watery stuff. Okay, Drake. You still probably shouldn't be having blood thinners. He takes a stein of dark ale for himself and passes around glasses of cider to the rest of you. It tastes crisp and sweet, with a sour aftertaste that makes your mouth water. I'll write, "You've done Cordonia proud. Send 10 bottles to my room stat," or "Apple water is not a real drink." Ouch. No. You've done Cordonia proud. Catching a glimpse of your note, Hannah raises her glass, smiling. They really have. This is the best cider I've ever tasted. Yeah, see, Hannah's with us. We're good. Oh, there's no accounting for taste. Oh, shut up, Drake. Yeah, how's your shoulder doing, Drake? Well, better every day. Good. I'm not the only one who's grateful, you know. Cordonia owes you and your family a lot. Yeah, maybe. I hadn't really thought about it. Well, maybe you should. You took a bullet, Drake. You know, we can say I could get you a medal, or you're worth more than any of the nobles here. Oh, I don't know if we want to say that with Hannah sitting right there, but we also know Drake would not appreciate a medal, so you're worth more than any of the nobles here. I can think of a few who disagree with that. Well, then they'd be wrong. I'm glad at least one person thinks so. A brief look of resignation flits across Drake's face, but it's gone in a moment as he takes another sip of his ale. Once everyone finishes their drinks, Maxwell leads you all to a traditional apple bobbing booth. Let me guess, the apple bobbing represents a time when the 5 kingdoms survived a famine by living off of apples. They are nutritious, but this is more of a modern thing, symbol of our national pride and all that. No Cordonian can leave without doing this. It's basically a law. Oh, so that's why no one around here is wearing mascara. I'm in! Sure, I'll give it a go. They head over to one of the many basins of apples. Instead of joining them, Maxwell circles the basins, squinting at them from one angle, then another. Earth to Maxwell. You okay? Duchess Kira Roth bobbing for apples is going to be a prime photo op. I'm just trying to find the best angle we can get for you. Not everything has to be a PR opportunity, Maxwell. I don't know, we're already on camera hugging Olivia, so... Tell that to Bertrand. I thought he'd relax now that you and Shamar are engaged, but if anything, he's been even busier trying to cover for Justin. Well, Justin was leaving anyway, so what the hell? I told him I'd help with some of the workload, but there's so much to think about. Old Maxwell would be bobbing for apples already, but the new me's gotta think about whether the crowd will notice if you grab a Cordonian ruby or one of those green ones. If the press will get washed out photos of you with all this glare. Maxwell, breathe. He obediently takes a deep breath. Why are you worrying so much about this stuff? I guess I just really want to be there for Bertrand, but I don't know if I can keep it up. Being responsible has always been his job. I pulled it off for a while on the tour, but I can't keep juggling this kind of stuff forever. Well, look at it this way. We can say you've knocked it out of the park so far, or you'll have me to help you. Teamwork. You'll have me to help you. And I'll have you. Whenever one of us needs a hand, the other will always be there. I guess we'll see. If my hair starts turning gray from stress, I'm gonna have to change my whole look. Yeah, you would. Hopefully it won't come to that. No matter how much we have to help Bertrand, there'll always be time for the fun stuff. Like bobbing for apples. Yeah, you're on! You both sit down next to a basin of water. Apples bob and float across the surface. You spot the nearest one, then lean over the basin. I should bite the apple. Not your tongue. Yuck! With a satisfying crunch, you bite into the crisp apple and pull it out of the basin. A cheer goes up around you as several reporters snap pictures. Hey, first try! And the crowd goes wild. A few of the fairgoers who have watched you make your rounds step up to the booth, encouraged by your participation. That's the spirit! Huzzah! We encourage the Cordonian people to enjoy the festival. As you wipe the water from your chin with one of the towels at the booth, Maxwell sits up with an apple between his teeth. Gotcha! Hey, nice work! Oh, are you here to play too, Shamar? I have won a few apple bobbing trophies in my time, but I'm here on official business. Official apple bobbing business. Right, the press conference. Let's give them an announcement to remember, while I'm still chewing on an apple. You follow Shamar onto a small podium near the palace entrance. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining me here today. The Five Kingdoms Festival has long been a symbol of Cordonian resilience and unity. In light of recent events, I believe it's more important than ever to remember the ties that bring us together. Thus, in that same spirit of unity, I've invited Duchess Kira to share some news with you all. Shamar smiles at you as you step to the front of the podium. King Shamar and I will be moving forward with our wedding. We'll be visiting each of Cordonia's noble houses on our engagement tour to personally invite them to the ceremony. If anyone wants to see more of Cordonia's most influential couple before they embark on their tour, Trend will be running an exclusive feature with their engagement photos. We got a statement point for whatever that's worth. That's correct. The rest of the reporters applaud and cheer. Those nearest to Anna clamor to get a look at the pictures as she previews them on her phone. So our photos helped spread word of the Unity Tour. Yay! This is exciting news, Duchess Kira. I'm sure we've all got questions about the tour. Agreed, Donnie. But first, I'd like to start with the question that's on all our readers' minds. Just how safe is Cordonia in the wake of last week's attack on the palace? Well, I mean, pretty safe. Safe? We can say as safe as houses. We will be. Or that's a relative term. We're gonna be optimistic here. We're gonna be upbeat. We're as safe as houses. We're totally out of the woods. That might have been a little far. I'm hearing more metaphors than evidence, Duchess Kira. Shamar holds up a hand to hush the crowd. We are both eager to reassure the Cordonian people, as I'm sure you can all understand. We may not be completely out of the woods yet, but the Royal Guard is working non-stop to ensure that such an attack never happens again. Do you have any idea who was behind the attack in the first place? Ninjas! I'm telling you people. The Royal Guard is still searching for the attackers. We can say, but I promise we'll get to the bottom of this, but you should all watch your backs. Or, but whoever they are, they're gonna regret it. But I promise we'll get to the bottom. Oh, shit! That is not what I meant to pick. But you should all watch your backs. There's no telling who could be working with those jerks. Oh, that is not what I meant to say. Oh, okay, well, we're in it now. Are you suggesting a member of the court was involved? Well, anything's possible. Yeah, like our responses actually matter. Oh, please, everyone, let's not jump to conclusions. The investigation is still ongoing. It's too early to name any suspects at the moment. If you say so, Your Majesty. Now, about this tour you mentioned. Duchess Kira, I'm curious what... Huh? Donnie suddenly stops mid-sentence as his phone begins to buzz. You hear more phones ring out among the crowd. Oh no, what now? One by one, people pull out their phones. You quickly find links to the same video plastered across every news outlet in Cordonia. Beneath the crackling of the recording, a man in tactical gear stands in a starkly lit hallway. You instantly recognize the mask he's wearing. People of Cordonia, your new king is weak and unfit to rule. Okay, dude. This scion of tyranny cannot protect those in his privileged circle. He cannot be trusted with an entire kingdom. Okay. For too long, we've lived under the yoke of this corrupt family. They do not deserve to hold power over us. It is we, the citizens, who deserve the right. Now this sounds like that liberation group we were talking about. Oh, we deserve the right to control our own lives. We demand that King Shamar of Cordonia abdicate the throne. Or what? You have no bargaining chips, my dude. You can't just issue a statement like that. That is not how this works. Or else the palace halls will flow with the blood of tyrants. Oh yes, let me just step down now after your failed assassination attempt in my palace. Shut up. The video abruptly cuts off. Around you, all is chaos. Reporters are on their phones. Some people are shouting while others huddle together in frightened whispers. Everyone, please, remain calm. No one seems to hear Shamar's words. You can see the panic spreading through the crowd like a shockwave. I should ask everyone to quiet down or shout for them to listen. Shout for them to listen. That's enough! Your voice carries across the crowd, and one by one, everyone falls silent. Thank you, Kira. Goddamn right. Go ahead, Shamar. I don't know what point that was, but we got a point. This video is deeply troubling. I guarantee that we will gather all the evidence we can and find the people behind it. And what about their demands, King Shamar? Oh yeah, no. What demands? Given everything that's happened over the past few days, are you thinking of stepping down? Holy shit, you people work fast. No. Shamar pauses to gather his thoughts, but he gives you a look of fierce encouragement. Listen up! We can say, no true king would give in to their demands, or this is no time to be cowards. So we can either be like, my future husband is the bravest man alive, or you all suck. Nah, No true king would give in to their demands. They want to call King Shamar weak. Weakness would be listening to enemies who are afraid to show their faces. The people behind that video threatened dozens of lives, mine included. King Shamar would never leave his people in the hands of such a dangerous group, and you shouldn't ask him to. Woo! Woo snap! Atta girl. She's right. I have no intention of giving in to their demands. I apologize, Your Majesty. Consider the question withdrawn. Oh, it was a statement point. That was what it was. Good. Anna and Donnie exchange a look over the last of their notes. A thank you for those stirring words, King Shamar and Duchess Kira. Despite everything that's happened today, I think I can reassure our viewers that the Crown will deal with this threat. I agree. Cordonia's in capable hands. Even in the wake of the video, the crowd applauds when you and Shamar wave farewell. You step off the podium to resounding cheers. So we rallied the people during the Five Kingdoms Festival. Aren't we great? We're awesome. A little while later, Bertrand comes running up to you. I saw what happened. That was a public relations miracle. I see, so if we'd have screwed up, he would have said nightmare. Alright. It was a close call. I'm just glad the crowd listened. We were lucky this time, but this only confirms what I've been thinking since the attack. Until this crisis is over, you need a new press secretary. Oh good, so now I have to keep track of a bodyguard and a press secretary. Bertrand, we can say nobody could top Justin. I can handle this on my own. Or, yes, please, get me some backup. Yeah, what the hell? Yes, please, get me some backup. Then we're in agreement. I think I know the perfect candidate, but I may need to do some convincing. I'll report back once I've made some preliminary phone calls. Cool. That evening, as the festival finally draws to a close, Shamar finds you in the hall outside your room. Good evening, Kira. Shamar, what are you doing here? It's his house. Well, after the day you had, I wanted to check in on you. I'll be honest, I was expecting way less stress when I woke up this morning. The press conference was intense enough without that video. Yes, I know. But Bertrand has a plan for the press side of things, right? There's no point in all of us agonizing over it. Maybe what you need right now is a chance to relax. Did you have something in mind? Well, there's a private bath on the 3rd floor with a deluxe soaking tub. I thought we could both wash some of the stress away. Oh my, the shirt's coming off and everything. So what do? We can join Shamar for a bath for 19 diamonds or get some sleep. We'll join him, what the hell. A long bath sounds perfect right now. I was hoping you'd say that. You follow Shamar to one of the upper floors of the palace, where you find yourselves in a bathroom of gleaming countertops and gold trim. It's very pretty. Wow, I've been to real spas that were less impressive than this. You're in a royal palace, honey. Hey, living in a palace has its perks. Shamar walks over to a large bathtub and begins to fill it with steaming water. I think you're a little overdressed for the occasion. True, but what about you? I'll be joining you, of course. Then we can say, I'll let you change, or do you want a hand? I'll let you change. Get as naked as you want. You quickly step out of your clothes while Shamar does the same. We're gonna get in the bath in our underwear, I guess. Shamar, we can say, is the water ready yet? Or this is a good look for you. We'll be cute and flirty. This is a good look for you. Oh, now it's soulmates. Now it's soulmate points. Okay. It's a cold look. Well, then we should get warmed up. A wave of relaxation washes over you as soon as you step into the tub. You sink into the warm water with a blissful sigh. Shamar climbs in at the other end of the tub. Oh, that's nice. You spend a few minutes with your eyes closed, just letting the water wash over you. The rest of the palace feels like it's miles away from this oasis of peace. How did you find this place? Once again, it's his house, Kira. I was 13 or 14, and it was a particularly cold winter in Cordonia, and I wanted somewhere warm to unwind. Finding this place unoccupied was a pleasant surprise. I've come back a few times over the years, usually with a book to read. Although now, I have other things to keep my mind occupied. Oh my, rated T for teen, kids! You duck your head under the water and let it soak through your hair. When you come back up and reach for a bottle of shampoo, Shamar smiles at you. By the way, this tub isn't that big. How do we both fit in here? Do you want some help with that shampoo? Oh, we can say, that sounds wonderful, or thanks, but I've got it. Nah, we'll let him wash our hair. It'll be cute. That sounds wonderful. Shamar pushes himself across the tub and scoots around to sit behind you. So we can cuddle. Oh. It'll be easier this way. Shamar pours some shampoo into his hands and begins working it through your hair. His fingers trace soothing lines of pressure along your scalp. Oh, that feels fantastic. Good. Shamar's touch is firm but gentle as he massages the shampoo into a lather. After a minute, you rinse it out with a contented sigh. I've been meaning to ask, how are you feeling after the press conference? We can say, worried about what happens next, mad as hell at whoever's behind that video, or just glad to be here with you. I'm mad as hell at whoever's behind that video. As am I. I'm not even easily given to vindictiveness, but when I think of what they've put you through, oh my god, calm down. There will be no mercy for them. Okay, sure. We have to find them first. He sighs, slowly composing himself. But if anyone can get to the bottom of this, it's you. It's us. Sure. You lift your left hand out of the water and smile at the sparkling ring on your finger. Why did we wear this into the bath? Yeah, we do make a good team. Tonight, all you should worry about is whether you're relaxing enough. I'm feeling very peaceful, although we can say I'm pretty short on kisses, or when you invited me up here, I was hoping for a massage. That sounds like kissing's an option, so take a drink. And we know we always kiss the prince, so I'm pretty short on kisses. You get another soulmate point. My apologies. Perhaps I can make it up to you. This is very upbeat music for what we're doing. He slides through the water to wrap his arms around you. You kiss him eagerly, reveling in the warmth of his touch. He runs his hand down your back, leaning in for another kiss with each stroke of gentle pressure. Shamar, we can say, don't stop now, which we all know where that's going to end, with an uncomfortable ace. Or, we should get out of here before we turn into prunes. Let's go with that second one. We should get out of here before we turn into prunes. Good point. You climb out of the tub, shivering slightly as the air touches your wet skin. Shamar gently helps towel you dry. I didn't realize how tense I was until I got in that bath. Thank you, Shamar. I really needed this. So we washed away our troubles in a private bath with Shamar. We can come back here anytime. You change back into your clothes, giving Shamar a last quick kiss on the cheek before you both head to your rooms. Early the next morning, you're dressed, packed, and waiting when there's a knock on your door. Take a drink. Some things never change. At least even they're acknowledging it's a trope. You open the door. Maxwell, Oh, Bertrand. Good morning, Kira. I see you've already packed. Excellent. I asked some favors of King Shamar and his schedulers. Our first stop on the Unity Tour is Fidelia. Cool. Funny joke, Bertrand. We both know that's where Madeline lives. Where are we really going first? You know I don't joke. We're going to Fidelia. By doing so, we'll be slicing 2 apples with 1 knife. Okay? Sure. Is that a phrase? No, it is not. Publicly, this move will show that King Shamar and his former fiancée can put aside their past and unite for Cordonia. Uh-huh. Ugh, that actually does sound like a good idea. Yeah, what about privately? You're sounding like there's a but. While privately, we'll be recruiting Madeline as your press secretary. I'm sorry, what now? We're gonna do what? Do you understand how pissed she is at us? And I even tried to make her less pissed. Wait, what? Can you put aside your differences to enlist Madeline's help? Find out in the next chapter. Okay, so that's where I am going to leave it tonight. So I will see you all back here probably Friday. I might have some stuff that'll interlap, but I'll keep you posted on Twitter, let you know. So, yeah, we'll come back with chapter 3 probably. And until then, catch you later.